Hey there, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes Day by Day. Today is the 1st of May. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. Guys, I promised if you watched the Pretty Fire video, I was going to say SFW had a lot to say about the second 3 episode arc of Andor, which is year 2. And I'm like, and it was a lot of exposition, which I'm not quite sure why we need so much exposition that really doesn't push the narrative forward. And then episode 6, which was maybe the most interesting as far as action, was also the most disappointing because it just had the message everywhere. And I'm like, and it's got me thinking, am I done with Andor? Which I've talked about how much I enjoyed season 1 quite a bit because I have this Andor Tumblr. Well, one of two. I have this one, and then I have the one with the No Way Out on there. You can see it. That line. And then I also have a shirt because because I was a huge fan of Andor season 1, and this is not that. And everything I feared about this season so far has come to fruition. I will tell you the one thing that I really do like about this second season is seeing more of Elizabeth Dula, something like that. Elizabeth Dula, something like that, who plays Clea. A lot of people like Ben Mendelsohn. Uh, um, no. And I've always felt like, even in season 1, I just felt kind of off about Mon Mothma's character. And I realized she has to be so under the radar because of what she's doing. But it's just, it bothers me. Luthen is fine because Luthen is like this almost interstellar man of mystery. But I just think that, I like Clea's character. And if you don't know who I'm talking about um, Luthen's assistant in his shop. I mentioned that I thought episode 3 had a little bit too much of the message for my taste, and honestly, the only reason I didn't shut it off, I didn't stop watching that episode was because of Clea, was because of Clea's character and what she was doing, and obviously you're going to be seeing this a week after, so keep that in mind. But just her being in the same room with that whole ordeal was just, I was like, yes. And then the whole stuff with Dedra is whatever, and the whole storyline with Val was whatever, and the whole story and the whole thing with Biggs at the end of the episode, I was like, okay. And I'm just like, this is really, this is what we're doing. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was weird. It was off-putting. It was everything, and um, it was. I don't know what to say about it. Really, it's just I don't know. And right now, I'm at the position where I'm like, do I want to watch next week's? Do I want to keep this up, or do I just want to spit myself out? Because Star Wars Theory, he obviously spit himself out. He wins. He's like, I'm done with, and it's like, guy, you don't have to announce it. You can just, I mean, you're big enough where you can just do what you want, and if people ask, you can be like, yeah, I'm not leaving. And he made the decision, and I'm like, you know, it's fine. But me, if I do continue watching, it's sheerly out of curiosity about what happens to these characters. Like, something has to happen to Biggs in the next few weeks, or not. I mean, I guess we're just naturally. I guess the way I'm feeling is they're just gonna kill everybody off at some point, except Cassian and Mon Mothma. But do I know that for a fact? No. I mean, they could have, Biggs and all of them could have survived. They could still be out there, but I don't know. I mean, and I'm in Saw Gerrera. Obviously, we know that Saw Gerrera survives, but at some point, something has to happen to Saw for him to become the character we get in. That's hiding on Jakku at the beginning of Rogue One for Jyn Erso to end up there. And so that's where my curiosity is. As I really want to see what happens to Biggs, what happens to Luthen and Clea, what happens to Dedra and Cyril, what happens to a lot of these characters. That's where my curiosity about this show still lies. I mean, at this point, I'm over it. I'm over the delusion. I mean, they could be selling us a bad impression of hey, this is really boring to start with, but business picks up at this point, and you need to be here for it. And that's kind of my contention too. And so for those factors, I'm probably not done with the show, even in as much as I want to be done with the show. But I just don't think that I can. I just don't think that giving up on the show right now is the best thing to do. I mean, I really want to, but I'm willing to, I feel like there's enough curiosity where I just want to, even if it sucks, I just want to see it through. And giving you my thoughts on the other side. And that's perfectly okay. But anyway, that's what I got. We're gonna start hoarding crystals maybe tomorrow, next day, something like that. So, I mean, crystals, I mean, energy, not crystals. Obviously, we're whatever with crystals. But energy conservation cut starts tomorrow. So, good thing. So, maybe be looking forward to that. I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, let me know. Otherwise, I thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. Let's grab that channel. God bless. Hold the line. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.